Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for the Walking Dead universe, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the recent statement made by Norman Reedus in regards to Daryl Dixon's longevity in the franchise going forward, and we're going to talk about the fact that whether or not we think we will ever see this crossover event happen or not. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe, and in today's video, we're going to be doing another video. This one's going to be discussing a major topic that you guys wanted me to go over after yesterday's video that we talked about Norman Reedus' comments. If you didn't see yesterday's upload, Norman Reedus said that there are 6 to 7 more years worth of Daryl Dixon content in store for us Walking Dead fans. So I went through a lot of you guys' comments after yesterday's video, and I think the biggest thing that stood out to me from the discussion yesterday was the fact that a lot of people are saying that they don't even think, and this is a pretty big statement, there's a lot of you guys that were saying you don't even think that this crossover event is ever happening. So I wanted to break this one down because honestly, and I always like doing videos based off of what you guys say. Those are my favorite type of videos because I love getting fan reception from you guys and discussing it in a video in general. That's my favorite stuff to do, is when you guys start a big conversation and I go into it in another video. That's always my favorite because, again, you know, you guys are the fans. You guys are the ones watching this with me, watching Walking Dead, watching it succeed or fail, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely good to kind of do stuff like this. And in my opinion, as I've mentioned before, I don't think a crossover is a priority for Gimple. I really don't, and I think he's made that very obvious. I don't think this is something that he's looking at right now, and he's like, oh yeah, we could totally do that in like a year or two. No, I don't think that's what he's focusing on. I think Gimple just wants money, and I know that's probably a bit of a like, oh, what are you talking about, Dan? Like, of course he has passion, you know, you've seen him and stuff. I think he used to. I do think he used to. Nowadays, I don't even think he cares, to be fully honest. I just think as long as he gets his paycheck every year and he makes some money off this brand, I don't think he cares about the rest. Like, you know, oh yeah, let's ship off Daryl to Spain. Let's put, you know, this, you know, here. You know, let's do another Tales series. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like, I don't think Gimple even thinks. I just think he just throws stuff at the wall and sees what sticks and what doesn't, you know, at this point. And honestly, with this whole crossover event, I know he's mentioned it before. He mentioned it last year. But I have to admit, especially finding out that Daryl Dixon has 4 seasons planned at the very least, via what Norman said in an interview recently, and how long Lauren Cohen said that Dead City could actually go on for, not to mention all the other spinoffs that Gimple has already mentioned that he is working on other spinoffs that he wants to do. So it's like, I don't think, and I think that right there kind of gives it the evidence that we need by the way that Gimple's been talking lately. I don't think a crossover event is something that he's prioritizing. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear comments from you guys saying that the crossover event's not happening, I honestly don't blame y'all for thinking that. And to an extent, I kind of agree, to be honest. Because here's the thing. Even if we get this crossover event, which I do believe that we will get some kind of crossover event. Here's the problem, though. And I was talking to a buddy about this yesterday, a buddy of mine, and he had the same opinion. 6 years is a very tough gap, especially for actors that are in their late 50s, early 60s. And again, you know, I don't want to say something kind of screwed up here, but I'm worried that some of these older actors may not make it by the time that we do this crossover event. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's coming out of fear for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that all these actors are either A, going to want to do it, or maybe their health is not quite what it used to be by the time that this thing happens. Like, I'm just kind of pointing out the obvious here, you know what I'm saying? And I know that that's a touchy subject, but I'm sorry, it's a subject. I don't want Gimple, and this is the biggest thing I would say. I don't know if I would ever forgive Gimple as a writer if, like, let's say this, like, crossover event wasn't a priority. And let's say after 10 so years, he decided to do it, but certain actors couldn't act anymore. You know what I'm saying? That is the thing you got to think about. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to think about. And that's why I always wish that The Walking Dead ended in season 11. I wish that they ended the show properly with no cliffhangers, no nothing, and that these spinoffs, Dead City, Daryl Dixon, whatever, it's bonus content. It's not forced media. It's bonus content. We have already seen the ending of The Walking Dead. These spinoffs are bonus content. That's what it should have been. And that's why I agree with a lot of you guys saying like, oh yeah, like, you know, I don't think this crossover event's ever, like, happening. Here's the thing. I think it's going to happen. I do think it'll happen at some point. But these actors are getting old, man. I'm sorry. Like, and I can't be the only one thinking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not to a dangerous level where they're all in their 70s and 80s. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, at that point I'd be kind of worried. But it's just the principle of how long is Gimple going to wait? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good question. Not to mention, I'm not even just talking about health-wise. I'm talking about actors like, you know, I don't know, Lauren Cohen, Andrew Lincoln, some of these that may not even want to do this by the time Gimple offers it to them because they're busy. You know what I'm saying? Lauren always is doing something else. Andy's always doing his stuff, you know, he's got a British comedy coming up soon, you know. Like, I'm sure if they would ask them, they would do it. But it comes to a certain point where they're going to be in, like, their, you know, late, you know, middle ages type of stuff, you know, and they're not going to want to do that stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing I feel like Gimple's not considering when he's saying, like, oh, yeah, we'll do all these spin-off seasons and we'll do all this stuff. And the crossover event, yeah, it's a thought, you know? Like, no, to me, that's a terrible way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with all the fans that are sitting here waiting for it, the fans that are sitting here demanding it. And again, you know, a lot of people call fans like us, you know, people like me and stuff, a lot of people call us demanding. A lot of people say that we're impatient. A lot of people say that we need to just wait it out. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sit here and patiently wait 6 years to see a Rick and Daryl reunion. You know, I guess I should specify, am I going to watch the reunion when it happens? Absolutely. But should we have to wait that long? No, we shouldn't. That's not the kind of thing that people should wait that long for just to get a bro hug and some, you know, catching up time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something that media should wait that long to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're kind of doing. And it is unfortunate. And again, like I've mentioned, I just hope that Gimple doesn't wait too long. That's the biggest thing I'm going to say. And if there's a chance in hell that Gimple is seeing this video, I'm telling you, man, don't wait too long because eventually it's not going to work and it's not going to be able to get done, and then you're really going to kick yourself for it. I'm sorry. That's one fan, diehard fan, that's been watching since he's 9 years old. Keep that in your head. I've been watching this since I was 9 years old. I'm almost 20 now. You know, I'm just coming from a place of love. Gimple, if you're watching this, you gotta get to the point because people are gonna lose interest. Hell, I've seen it. My Walking Dead videos in general, I've seen a huge discussion for Walking Dead content. And ever since Ones Who Live ended, it's like half the Walking Dead audience has lost interest. And frankly, I don't blame them. So there it is, guys. Post comments down below. Love hearing your feedback. Love hearing your reception. And that is why this video was made. Thank you all for watching. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos of The Walking Dead. Be sure, of course, to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.